Okay, so we were discussing about the keep alive timer. Okay, so the keep alive timer is suppose if the client has established a connection with the server, and because of some reasons the connection between the client and server may go down, but the uh, server will not have any idea about this, whether the connection has been broken or whether the client is not sending any data. So in such cases, what the server is going to do is it is going to set a timer which is called as the keep alive timer, and this keep alive timer will last for 2 hours. So within this 2 hours, in case if the server doesn't receive anything from the client, then after the elapsation of 2 hours, the server is going to send a probe segment to the client, so that for this particular probe segment the client has to reply. In case if it doesn't receive any reply for the probe message that is sent from the server, then it will wait for another 75 seconds, and after the next 75 seconds it will send one more probe segment. Okay, so like this it will alternatively after every between a time duration of every 75 seconds, the server will keep sending the probe messages. So maximum after sending 10 probe messages, in case if the server doesn't get any reply from the uh, client, then immediately it is going to terminate the connection. So that is why in order to manage the connection between the client and the server has to use a timer called as keep alive timer, just to know that whether the client is active, whether the client is sending. In case if the client is not sending, then of course this connection can be used. The server can use this resources for some other client. So that's why after the expiry of 2 hours, the server will send 10 probe messages in a duration of 75 seconds each. So even after sending the 10th probe message, if the server doesn't receive any response from the client, then it is going to terminate that particular connection. Okay, this is called as keep alive timer. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and the last one is the time wait timer. So what is this time wait timer? See, initially we should find out both the sender has the receiver has to negotiate for something called as the maximum segment lifetime. Okay, so what is this maximum segment lifetime is? What is the maximum amount of time the particular segment can exist on the network before being discarded? So one way this can also be a TTL, okay, time to live. Okay, so but actually when it is a connection that is established using the TCP, then we don't call it as a TTL, but we call it as a maximum segment lifetime. Okay, so initially, uh, so the values can be up to it ranges between 30 seconds to 2 minutes. So the maximum segment lifetime of a particular segment on any network can be usually 30 seconds or 1 minute or 2 minutes. Okay, so this time is used when the TCP performs an active close. Okay, and sends the final acknowledgement. Active close means once it closes, once it makes an active close means send a finished segment. After that, it cannot initiate any communication of the particular segments. It can send only the acknowledgement. Okay, but to send the acknowledgement, at least the connection should stay up to a maximum of 2 times the maximum segment lifetime. Okay, so this requires the particular retransmission timeout that has been set at the other ends should be equal to 2 times of the MSN. Okay, so that the RTO timer at the other ends will time out and the new finish and acknowledgement segments can be reset. Okay, so once the either ends, whether it can be a client or the server, once it issues an active close, after that, before finally terminating, it should be able to active close means it cannot send the end which is going to send the active close. It cannot send any data segments after that. It can send only acknowledgements. Okay, And the timeout value that will be set to send only acknowledgements will be 2 times of the maximum segment lifetime. Why it should be 2 times of the maximum segment lifetime? Because one thing is it has issued an active close. So for that it should receive an acknowledgement. And in case if it receives any data, then for that also it should be able to send some acknowledgement. So that's why it is 2 times the maximum segment lifetime. Is this clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this completes your fourth unit, that is transport layer. If you have any doubts, list out the doubts and some more problems. So I could not make PPTs for these problems. I'll just do one thing. I'll solve some of the problems based on the calculation of the retransmission timeout. And I'll take a snapshot of that and I'll send those things in the WhatsApp. So please circulate among you people. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So if you have any doubts regarding this, you can ask. Any doubts regarding transport layer? Are you people preparing for your next upcoming test? Yes or no? No answer. See, for the syllabus for the second test will be the network layer and 50% of the transport layer syllabus will be kept. So from Wednesday onwards, I'll start with the next last unit, that is the application layer. Okay. So Wednesday I'll take 1 hour, Thursday I'll take 1 hour, Friday as usual I'll take 2 hours, morning 1 hour and afternoon 1 hour. Okay. And I require at least minimum 7 to 8 classes to complete the last unit. Okay. So I'll start that from Wednesday onwards. So still you have 5 more minutes of the time. If you have any doubts, I'll clear your doubts. And
Ma'am,
you
until where is the transport layer
come
for
again.
test?
Come again.
Until where is the transport layer for test?
For the second test. Yeah, by Wednesday, I'll let you know till where you have. I'll just divide it into actual 50%, how much, because I should be able to give you, of course, there are a number of problems that can be given for both second test as well as the third test. So by Wednesday, I'll let you know what actually is the syllabus in the transport layer for the second test. The remaining will be for the third test.
Okay.
Okay, you will get one more assignment. I had given you one assignment, so which you need to write and submit it. So as soon as you come to college, please submit the assignments. And I'll send you one more assignment based on the application, transport layer and the application layer, even the network layer also. So that I'll give you some 10 to 15 days of the time to submit that particular assignment. Okay, it is for assignment 1 and 2, and those who are doing NPTEL courses should take the final NPTEL exam. If you are not taking the final NPTEL exam, then that marks cannot be considered for the assignments. Okay, so you have to take up the final exam. Okay, those who have taken the NPTEL courses, have you registered for taking up the exams?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So after the exams, you should give me the score, and meanwhile, keep updating me about your assignment score.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So if you don't have any doubts, you can just enter present message in the chat box and you can leave. Okay. If you have any doubts, I'll clear your doubts.
नींद उड़ी पूरे साथ आप करे कर ले मनों के वाले ये जो रहते हैं रहने दे दोबारे में इश्क
That's the